how's it going, guys? Elixo here. I'm not gonna be playing a game today. I just wanted to talk real briefly and give my opinion on a few things. I guess to make this video short, I want to talk mainly about what you are supporting when you go out and buy your video games. People are always, going out and buying games and thinking, oh, well, it's the brand new game. Everyone's expecting it. I should go out and get that game. But, I mean, why? Why are you going out and buying the brand new Call of Duty? To get new guns? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. If you want to buy the new Call of Duty game because you want to get the brand new thing, you want to get the new guns, maybe there's different gameplay, more power to you. But what I want you to understand is that when you are going out and buying a game, you are letting the developer know that what they're doing is good. So when you go out and you spend your $60, $70 on the brand new Call of Duty, mind you, just to play with your buddies. If you do it for something else, that's perfectly fine. But if you're only going out and you're only doing it to play with your friends, what is the point, I ask you? Not to be, this type of person that's like, oh, why the heck are you playing this stupid game, blah, blah, blah. I'm just asking, why are you spending money on a new game that's essentially the same as the game you already have, just to play with your friends? Maybe you're not going to play the campaign. Maybe you're not going to play zombies or whatever. Maybe you're only playing multiplayer with your friends. Why spend that money? Maybe you want the brand new game. That's perfectly fine. But the point I'm trying to get across here is that when you go out and you're blindly buying Black Ops 3, for example. If you just go out and buy Black Ops 3 because, well, it's the next Call of Duty game, I think all my friends are gonna get it, and I just want it. Okay, just because it's called Call of Duty Black Ops 3, you're gonna buy that game. That's a terrible idea. First off, unless you're like this huge fan of Call of Duty, the Call of Duty name, and you just want to get Call of Duty, you just like the game for the game, that's perfectly okay. More power to you again. It's good that you're buying a game based on what you like. But for the other people that are buying it just to play games with their friends, stop. Just stop doing it, because what you're ended up doing by saying, oh, Call of Duty, let's go play that game. It's the new one. All my friends are going to have it. I have to get it. What you're doing is telling the developer, hey, everyone is enjoying this game. It's selling like crazy. Keep making games like this because they sell every year. What does that do to other games? Those games get canceled. Other projects in the same developer, they get canceled to put more people on the next game so it comes out by Christmas and you get your new Call of Duty Black Ops 3. But for some other gamer that is not into first-person shooters and you are blindly spending your money on because it's Call of Duty, they're going to miss out on some game. For instance, there's speculation that based on what you see in, for instance, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, that it was originally Banjo 3. Like, it was originally going to be a platformer, and it was originally going to have everything you would want from Banjo 3, and it was going to be on the Xbox 360, it was going to be fabulous. However, there's been speculation that because everyone enjoys this, FPS type of, well, it's the brand name that I'm looking for and not the game itself. What ended up happening is they cut the amount of attention that Banjo 3 got And so what they had to do real quick is they had to rush out some game that was new and original and wasn't some old stuff. And I think that's what happened. I think that what we saw with Banjo Nuts and Bolts was some way of, trying to stretch out when it was a bad idea, when gamers were not supporting it. And what ended up happening was something terrible. What needs to be done, and what I ask of you as gamers, or if you have a gamer in your life, or if your child is a gamer, what I ask is that look up reviews. I mean, there's plenty of people on YouTube. There's plenty of people. And, eventually I'll get into doing reviews once I can, capture footage for those games. What you need to do is look up reviews. Look up what people say about it. If it's a good game, buy it. If it's not a good game, don't buy it. Don't spend money on a game that is bad just because it's called Call of Duty or just because it's called Grand Theft Auto. Because then what you're doing is you're telling the developers, hey, I understand that you didn't put that much work into this game, but it's Call of Duty, man. It's Call of Duty, gotta get it. And yeah, for gamers like me, I don't enjoy FPS that much. It gets very stale very fast. I enjoy my adventure games, Ocarina of Time all the way, woot woot. Super Mario 64, I'll admit, I'm a huge Nintendo 64 fan, probably my favorite console, but I think that we're getting away from what games are, what games were. Games were a way of, not only testing your skills, it was a way of, telling a story. Many people argue that video games are an art form, and I believe that that's very true with certain games, especially some horror games that aren't like jump scary. There's plenty of games out there that really tell a story. There's some games that are totally based around a story, and they're only quick time events. I think that we're getting away from that, and we're turning into this type of society as gamers that are buying games because we want to be, in with the crowd, and we want to have this game that everybody else has and everyone else is playing and get good at it. I think that that's really destroying the market, and I ask of you is if, Black Ops 3 is going to be a good game, and you see people are like, yeah, this is going to be good, and the gameplay's good, and the mechanics work, it's not glitchy, it's a well-made game. Maybe it doesn't have a story at all, but it's a good game, it's made well. Go out and buy that. Go out and spend money on that and tell that, and essentially what you're doing is you're telling that developer, you did a good job. Here's your reward. Because then what we're going to see is a new rebirth of the video game market, more diversification, different types of games coming out. For instance, when Shadow of the Colossus came out, oh my, that was a beautiful game. That game had very little in terms of, dialogue. They had very little in terms of, explaining what was going on. But it told a beautiful story. And it was a great game. But that type of game is disappearing because what we're turning into is this society of people that's only playing first-person shooters. I think that there's starting to be a revolt against first-person shooters. There's a lot of popular YouTubers who are not playing those types of games, who are having, times where they're playing indie games, indie developer games, and they're promoting them and saying, hey, this is a good game, go out and support this guy, he put in a lot of work, he did it all by himself. Games like Minecraft and Cave Story. I mean, Cave Story especially, made by one guy, and it's an excellent game. Only one guy. Because he had the creative right to do whatever he wanted. So what I ask of you is to please just be aware of what you're supporting when you buy games. If you're buying Call of Duty because you like Call of Duty, go for it. If you're buying Call of Duty because, or any game, any game that everyone goes out and buy, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, whatever it be. I'm just using Call of Duty as a placeholder. If you go out and buy Call of Duty because you looked up reviews, you looked into the game, it has, it's a well-made game, and it's making the developers really work and make a good game for you, go out and buy it. If it's a piece of crap, it has no story, and the gameplay is awful, and you know that it is going in, but you go to the GameStop, you go to the game store, wherever, and you put down money for a game that you know is crap just because it has Call of Duty on the cover, don't do that. Don't tell that developer that they're doing a good job, because essentially what you're doing is tipping sending a check to the chef when he gave you a plate full of shit. Are you really going to do that? Are you really going to send a $60 check to the chef who never gets paid directly at a restaurant from you? Are you going to go into the kitchen, give the chef $60-70 for a plate of shit? No, you're not. So just pay attention to what you're buying. This has been Zalixo. Thanks for watching.